you love, everybody does, because everybody now is taking, interest in it, and it is politics and current affairs. We call it the Eagle's Outlook, where we put out an eagle eye into matters that concern the Nigerian polity, concern you and I. Right, my name is Uduak Daniel.
And I am Omoife Peace Osemere. I mean, it feels good to be back in the studios to talk politics and current affairs.
That's right. And we're looking at something very critical, and it does have critical as a word in it. Critical assessment of Anambra State governorship election. In case you missed it, let's say it again for reiteration purpose. Critical assessment of Anambra State governorship election. And to join in this discourse with us this morning would be
Comrade Gerald Okachi. He is a rights activist and public affairs analyst.
That's right.
I mean, just yesterday evening when I reached out to him, just to let him in on the fact that I would like to discuss this on radio.
Yeah.
He was in a very noisy place, I'm not going to lie. And then I asked, are you still in Anambra State? And then he said, I just got back to Abuja. So that's to tell you, how much effort some Nigerians actually put into ensuring, a credible and a very fair process.
That's right.
Be it, in the conduct of elections or other, issues that bothers on societal development.
Exactly.
So we're going to be speaking with Comrade Gerard Okachi this morning.
Right.
Right. Comrade?
Yeah, very good morning to you.
Oh, good morning to
Good
you,
morning.
comrade. We are so glad to have you this morning, and we are glad that your journey was successful from Anambra State. Welcome back.
Thank you. Give God the glory.
That's right.
I hope you've rested well.
Well, rest not easy. I'm just trying to find out within this week. I'll find a particular day that I can actually have rest because in the past 1 month I've hardly had up to 4 hours sleep. It's one work or the other, one engagement or the other. Honestly, I really need it. My body's already telling me.
True. I get it. Well, comrade, the 2025 Anambra State governorship election is concluded. I mean, Professor Chukuma Charles Soludo of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, emerging victorious. Soludo secured a landslide win, garnering a whopping 422,664 votes. And this is representing 78% of the total valid votes cast. Now, he won in all 21 local government areas of the state, and a number of persons are saying this is demonstrating strong statewide support. And if you also recall that Anambra State has been a stronghold of ABGA, and the party's candidate, Willie Obiano, winning the governorship seat in 2017. Soludo's victory is marking a continuation of ABGA's dominance in the state. Whereas there has been some claims gaining traction as to whether or not Soludo is thinking lines with the APC, the ruling APC. But it does seem as though ABGA is still holding its title in Anambra State, and we don't think that APC might have a chance in that state anytime soon. But you were on ground to see what went down in the elections that brought about the re-election or re-emergence of the governor, incumbent governor.
Right.
How would you tell us the conduct of the Anambra State election went, especially under the supervision and leadership of Professor Joash Amopaton?
It was a very organized election. Honestly, I give it to him. I give it to the Electoral Empire, that's Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
Okay.
The organization, the arrangement for logistics, is a super notch. So I give them thumbs up, high five for the way they conducted the election.
That's right.
Yes, they deserve it.
Right.
And that's the first outing for the professor, and we hope that he will consolidate on that. But then, but we observe a lot of irregularities, which is a trending that is very, very appalling, and it is very, very worrisome. That poses a serious danger for our democratic process, and that is vote buying. You know, vote buying went into a large scale that both the person declared winner and other parties were engaging in it. The prices ranges, you will see 1,000, you see 2,000, you see 5,000, you see 10,000, you see 20,000, depending on the location and who is buying and who is selling. Or negotiating power. So it's unfortunate. It shows that citizens on their own have lost a lot of interest with regards to outrightly, committing into democratic setting to ensure competent people leading. They always look at what they will get. Again, you look at conduct of security personnel, the Nigerian police force, the civil defense, all joint task force. They were excellent. They were excellent. They were excellent. They tried to just a few things that happen at deputy governor's area and the other areas, but you cannot. If in a score of 100 you are scoring over 90, that is an A for me. You understand? So they really perform well. But then this issue of vote buying, attempt to influence votes, is something else that we need to arrest holistically.
Okay.
All right, comrade. Thank you so much for that report. Right, because you were actually there in Anambra State, and you saw everything, play out. I'd like to, start by asking you the justification or otherwise, looking at the number of security operatives that were deployed, for the conduct of that election. I think last week, Friday, whilst looking at the front pages of Nigerian newspapers, we saw it was reported that 55,000 policemen were mobilized for the conduct of that election. And even in the light of that, we also saw a report, though maybe others are, were not reported. We saw a report of someone who was shot dead shortly after casting his vote. And that is on one side. And on the flip side, with the heavy, security presence on ground, we're looking at 55,000 policemen. Vote buying and selling was still the order of the day. Not about to apportion the blame on, the INEC chair, but what exactly does that tell you about the attitude of Nigerians?
With over-militarization or deployment of security forces in our election, especially those off-cycle elections, is contributing to voter apathy. That's what we have observed. You see? Yes, we had a little bit increase to what we saw in the same state in 2021 when they did the same governorship election. Hearing now, the INEC made us to understand that they have over 2.8 million registered voters. That is 2,803,000 plus, registered voters. At the end of the day, the collection is over 90%. But then, people that came out to vote was about 500%. 500,000 plus. That is to say, it's less than 25% of people turning up. About 22% or thereabouts. Turning up. It continues to show that people are losing interest on a daily basis, especially when it matters most in their life. You understand? It was the same state that when it comes to general election, where presidential and national assembly elections, you will see high rate of outcome. People will show interest. People will come out. The percentage of people coming out will be far from what we. So I think because these off-cycle elections, we have space for us to deploy security personnel. Is sometimes either scare people away or make people to be uninterested. Because if you look at general election, yes, everybody is going to their constituency, district, or what have you to concentrate. The over-militarization or use of security forces reduces. There's no state that can boast of having up to 10,000 policemen on the field, on election day. So, and you see outcome, people coming out to vote, people showing interest. This is where I would join voices, join my voice, lend my voice to what other civil society organizations, special situation room are pushing. Let us see how we can go digital, use technology in the casting of or exercising of our civic rights or duty with regards to casting votes. If we can go digital, it will reduce vote buying. It will reduce the deployment of military or police or security forces. We will concentrate on using electronic means to prevent either hacking or whatever influence that it may be, and see that people turn up. You see that we begin to elect people based on merit and competence.
But there could be a glitch if you canvass for electronic voting, comrade.
A breach.
A glitch.
The technical glitch.
Yes.
I think what happened in 2023, it has never happened in our electoral system. And the system, he has not repeated himself. That will tell you that it was a deliberate, it was a compromise. Let's just leave when we use rhetorics or just to use the simple being educated. 2023 general election, where they were trying to upload the results at the same spot, the same time, the same venue. Every polling unit we are sending their reports. Such reports like National Assembly report, we are going on successfully. But when it comes to presidential distance, you begin to hear technical glitch. The same server is receiving National Assembly reports at the same day, the same hour, the same minute. But when it comes to presidential results, going to the same server, it's telling you the technical glitch. So it goes to say there was a deliberate sabotage.
Okay.
So I don't think that we should have a technical glitch or whatsoever. Even those that prepared or designed those IRF, there were reports that they claimed that their server was very, very good.
Okay.
In fact, at a point, there were allegations that went to social media that they know the exact time that it was shut down. You understand? So I don't think it's issue of technical glitch is man-made. Just like manipulation of election is man-made.
Okay, comrade, now you gave the INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amupiton, a pat on the back earlier. I mean, this was a litmus test for him, and a number of Nigerians actually watched with keen interest. However, we've seen, a bickering from other political parties who are contesting, the outcome of this election, results, right? On the premise of vote buying, harassment, intimidation, and all of that. One would have thought that all of that would be, history under Professor Joash Amupiton, because I recall very clearly that during his screening, process before the Senate, he said something that he is actually anticipating or looking at a situation where, elections will be conducted, and when one person is declared the winner, the opponents would actually concede defeat, honorably, and say congratulations. But that is not the case here. And then the second question I would like to ask you, comrade, from your own observation, do you think the re-election of Governor Charles Soludo is based on, the aspirations, the yearnings of the people of Anambra State, or is just the power of incumbency at play here?
It's a mixture of both, in the sense that, yes, you talk about the power of incumbency, but incumbency have lost elections in this country. What I think there is that Anambarians returning him is just trying to maintain their status quo anthem of respecting maybe the supreme leader, late supreme leader of Africa, which is Dumegwu legacy. You understand? Aside that, I don't see anything else, because the achievement of Professor Charles Soludo in that election, with regards to having 21 local governments over 21, is not the first that I've done it.
Okay. Willie Obiano had the same thing, when he was re-elected. He had the same 21 over 21. But at the end of his tenureship, EFCC started chasing him up and down. The day he handed over, we saw what happened, how he tried to run away from this country. You understand? Now,
if we come in terms of performance,
Yeah.
using the Southeast as a case study,
Yeah.
they have 5 states. I don't think that Soludo has outperformed other 5 governors. You come in terms of ranking, you mentioned that of Enugu, but who is now APC governor. You mentioned that of Abia State governor, which is Lesoti. You understand? So in terms of performance, and if people are to look based on performance, honestly, they may want to go one way or the other, because those of the 2 I mentioned are not of APCA. You understand? So that is where you begin to look at it. Anambra has a kind of culture they are maintaining. If you come to general election now, you see how the vote will, cluster. Currently now they have 2 Labour senators from that state. You understand? And they come to National Assembly. That's where they split to different what do you call it? Political parties' positions. So I think they vote on merit, but this particular one they are voting on legacy.
Okay.
That does not take away performances of Professor Charles Soludo.
Okay.
Because as at 2021, there were a lot of promises he made that he will turn the state from Dubai, Taiwan, or Taiwan, Dubai, of Africa, of Nigeria.
Okay.
And when they didn't see the Dubai or Taiwan, but there were exemplary infrastructural leadership, because they expanded Oka, the roads projects, ensured that there's traffic lights, and then street light. But then previous infrastructures that we have built, we abandoned, like one of the best, if not the best airport we have in Nigeria has been abandoned by that governor. And that airport was built by Willoughby now. You understand? So people hardly make use of it. In fact, many people that flew into Anambra had to make either use of Asaba Airport or Enugu Airport.
Okay, so the first question, comrade, what is the fate of these opposition political parties in Anambra State now that are not satisfied with the outcome of the election? It goes to tell you that we're still going to deal with litigations after the conduct of elections in Nigeria.
Yeah, I think issue of litigation, they already know where the pendulum will swing. Except we will begin to see another magic that the one they did in Imo State that have caused a lot of hardship to the people up to date. Where somebody that came forth to all of a sudden became number 1. Except they will be relying on that, which I'm sure that the current CJ and one of her acceptance speech, is trying to see how they can return people or public confidence in the judicial system.
All right.
I said they will be relying on that. But if not, elections are won at the polling units.
Okay. They
are won in the field. You understand? If you lose that, you lose that. There's no any accusation that you will levy against Soludo and his party after that opposition party did not, indulge in. You understand? Even the ones they normally refer to mushroom parties, that is the smaller parties, if they are given opportunity, they may even do worse.
Okay.
Whether it's vote buying, intimidation, harassment, or what have you. Okay. If they are given opportunity, they may do worse. So that is where we begin to look at our electoral system and constitution to see that we reform it, we amend it, to see that we strengthen institutions of government to do the right thing, and not where individuals will be stronger than institutions of government. In the past, Saturday election, you hear EFCC saying they arrested over 3 persons with regards to vote buying. So if they are used as example in the public, when next you are giving money to go and buy votes, it's either you go and keep the money in your house, or you reject it, or you find a way out of it. Okay. But of course, it was in the media. We saw after giving some persons 1,000 naira and the gala sausage and malt, telling them to vote. That was on a Friday night.
And people collected.
Friday evening before the Saturday.
They collected it.
It's in circulation now. It's in circulation. I can share the video with you.
I mean, they collected. They collected the 1,000.
Yes, like they were included. You collect 1,000, collect one gala, collect 1 month. Wow. They will tell you tomorrow morning is this party. It's part of the influencing the election. If maybe our security person, even without influencing, it's expected that APGA is supposed to win clean and square. But because we have, allowed this kind of virus to, contaminate the electoral system, it begins to make all the beautiful work to look as if it's polluted. If we can make example of people that we are captured in those videos, it will reduce those kind of rascality and impunity.
Right. All right. Well, let's just take this call, and then we will go pay some bills. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Mado.
Yeah. Good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Thank you very much. This is Evangelist Kolu.
Where are you calling from, please?
From Maitama.
All right. Please turn down the volume on your radio set now, please. Turn it down. Okay, now he's off. As you do call, please turn down the volume on your radio set so we can have a very good conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Comrade Saleh Suisa from Solejana Justice.
Talk very straight to the point, comrade. Let's have it.
Yeah, today I might take about for Anambra election.
Yeah.
Is that Anambra election is not to compare with Nigeria election or any state in the country. Why I'm saying is that Anambra election is a compensation to Odumedu Ojukwu, because the people of Anambra state believe in Ojukwu. Even you bring Goodwill Daniel to Anambra now, and it's contested that APGA governor, he won the election because of Ojukwu, it's not because of anything.
Okay.
So they are compensating the man that they believe in the man. So even they bring anybody to be a governor of Anambra through the platform of that party, they won the election. Even now, someone they won the election because they believe in that man, and they never look what the party are bringing in the ground. So that's the problem.
Okay, appreciate that. All right, said Anambra is not enough to use as the litmus test yet. So it means that as far as Comrade Saleh Sue is concerned, that litmus test has not been tested yet with the Anambra state elections. What do you say about that, comrade?
I think it has been tested in the sense that one of the challenges that we normally have INEC with when it comes to election is arrival of materials, logistics problem, where they will begin to tell you, some will tell us they will go to their polling unit even up to 10 a.m. Materials have not arrived, one story or the other. You understand? That's what I say, planning organization. You understand? So issues of logistics were properly put in shape. In fact, they started moving materials as of Thursday. That Thursday, they even moved both sensitive and non-sensitive material to local government. So it shows organization. So you can't take away the input made by the current leadership of INEC. They did very good. They did very wonders there. Okay. So you can't take it away. Okay. Then I agreed. It's one of the things I presented that the victory of Professor Charles Soludo is not associated to his performance in governance. It's a form of legacy maintenance, with regards to the state. If you look at that state, we have over 7 different parties that have won election and still have people in different fora, either at the National Assembly level or State Assembly level. You have YPP, you have APC, you have PDP, you have APGA, you have Labour Party, and so on and so forth. You understand? So it's not a state that you can, if maybe it's based on performance, one would have expected that all the 3 senators from that state should have come from APGA. The Federal House of Representatives is either 7 or 9, or thereby, I'm not too sure, but it's between 7 and 9. All of them should have come from APGA. But he cut across. You will see YPP representative, you will see APC, you will see Labour, you will see PDP. So also APGA. You understand? So that goes to tell. But for the issue of governance, I think it just to maintain that particular legacy. Meaning that anybody who presents under APGA can actually win election when it comes to governance.
Regardless of the person's antecedents, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just go out, pay some bills. We'll be right back and take more calls as well as your thoughts on the elections that just concluded in Anambra State. All right, we'll be right back. All right, don't go away.
See, no problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Power Homes and Shelters Limited, a real estate company. We be Baba for properties. Our properties national best.
Please listen to this important infomercial. It's Powell's time on radio. Abuja. Powell Homes and Shelters Limited has come with a vision of transforming housing through innovation, style and integrity. At Powell Homes and Shelters Limited, we deliver affordable luxury, comfort and reliability in real estate. We offer genuine lands, elegant homes, modern designs and flexible payment plans to make your dream home a reality. Visit us today and experience excellence you can trust. Our address is number 52, Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. You can call us on telephone number 081-510-20000 or 080-925-70000. The number to call us once again is 081-510-20000 or 080-926-70000. Now let's hear what your sister and veteran Nollywood actress Patience Ozoko, Mama G, has to say about this company.
My people, my name is Patience Ozoko, popularly known as Mama G. G for General. Do you want to buy genuine lands and other properties and need a brand you can trust? Think Powell Home and Shelters Limited. With a reputation built on honesty and reliability, we ensure your investment is secured. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing personalized service tailored to your needs. Join countless of satisfied customers who have found their dream properties with us. For inquiries, please call 0815 102 0000 or 0809 257 0000. We can get you property from any part of Nigeria. Think real estate, think Powell.
Thank you, Mama G, for that wonderful talk. Remember, our office is at number 52, Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. We also have branches in Enugu, Owerri, Oka, and Asaba, and Nairobi. Think real estate, think Powell.
Power Homes and Shelters Limited, a real estate company. We be Baba for properties. Our properties national best. Invest your money, create a better future. A real estate company. We be Baba for properties. Real estate. Our properties national best. Power Homes and Shelters Limited, a real estate company. We be Baba for property. Our priority is to satisfy our client to the best.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no. For your engine, no. Make it mobile, oh. Make it mobile, anywhere you dey, your motor deserve to be number one, yo. Make it mobile, oh. Make it mobile, you carry the go. Make everybody join me, say. Make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
Things they happen for our community, eh?
Now I can recoup back all the money I have spent on this annoying family.
Hey, yeah, that woman own don't finish.
My dear, let's go and greet them, okay?
Hey! Join Media Coalition and Awareness to hold trafficking, MICAS, on I Wish I Knew radio drama and program every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Join us to kick human trafficking out of our society. I Wish I Knew radio drama and program is brought to you by MICAS and funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark.
The African University of Science and Technology, Abuja, AUST, announces that admissions are now open for application into our remedial and A-level JUPE programs for 100-level and direct 200-level admission. Professional diplomas in data science, artificial intelligence, Cisco and AWARE certification, project management, construction management, and more. Undergraduate degrees in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, petroleum and energy resources engineering, material and metallurgical engineering, software engineering, computer science, business administration, and accounting. Postgraduate programs, MSc, and PhD in cutting-edge fields like aerospace engineering, space physics, systems engineering, geoinformatics and GIS, pure and applied mathematics, computer science, theoretical and applied physics, material science and engineering, petroleum and energy resources engineering, and MSc only in public policy, public administration, management of information technology, applied statistics, and mathematical modeling. Call 003-540-3714 or 006-272-9310 or visit www.aust.edu.ng.
It's exactly 41 minutes gone past the hour 9 on the AM side, and yes, we're still taking your calls and reaction. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How are you doing?
Yes, my brother.
Yes.
Take it be.
Yes, I get you. Yes, I'm coming from National State. Yes, I want to quickly say that I've stayed in Anambra before. I've stayed in Agurele, the former governor's village.
Yeah, Agurele.
I worked in Otocha market. I work in a primary school, and having known that terrain very well, one thing is that it is like a tradition for now for Agda to rule that state when it comes to governorship, election. No matter how bad the governorship may be, they might consider other political parties, for other political parties, for other candidates. But when it comes to the governorship election, for now, the people are not doing it enough to change it, to have another political party rule that state. They don't want to hear the name of APC and PDP. Looking at the candidate, who contested, against Ovido, there's no serious candidate, among them. I think the only person that was going to give to the run for his money, I was going to battle him seriously, was the left Ifeanyi Uba. I was told categorically that he was going to come, but unfortunately, death, took him away. If Ifeanyi Uba were to be alive and he contested, maybe he would have done better. But having said that, all the governorship candidates under the Abga platform, they always promise the president, they will work with the president, and Soludo is not different. He has assured Tinubu he will work with selection, and Tinubu too did not want to support anybody that, we go ahead, and unseat him. So Soludo, I promised Tinubu is that, you work for him, and Tinubu too, you rub my back, and I rub your back. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Turkin B right there. And Comrade Gerald, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Comrade, well, in your final thoughts, and as well as adding voice to what Turkin B said, and maybe imputing what you may think about democracy and the people's will in Nigeria. Firstly, are we ready as a people indeed to liberate ourselves from certain standards that may have been an institution or institutionalized over time? Take, for example, the whole legacy of the Abgar and all of that, determining who is going to be the next governor, regardless of the person's antecedents. That's one. Secondly, of course, there has been talks about, you made mention of it, 1,000 naira, and then, of course, given, is it a sausage roll in this time and age? And if we say that it is a litmus test for Professor Joash Moputa, are we to give him a round of applause? Isn't that a failure? Especially when it comes to his litmus testing with Anambra state elections. All right? So these are the things. And what do you think will portend for Anambra people with Governor Soludo coming back now as re-election?
First and foremost, for the professor in INEC, it's a work in progress. So far, the areas I gave thumbs up. Yes, the outcome of the election was very free. It was very peaceful. But then, some of the things we have observed, which will also be making recommendations and commendations in our report, which we will send to him, include these areas. There's pre-election, there's election, there's post-election. So this post-election is part of the things we are discussing now. If the commission with the Electoral Act 2022 as amended can gather the political will, the courage to begin to face all those viruses that are making our elections not to look much credible, like this vote buying, can be tackled, so that it will serve as a deterrent to others who may want to indulge in it in one way or the other, especially as they prepare for Osun State governorship election, Ekiti State and others. It will help our democracy, it will help our political system.
Okay.
Then for the outcome of the election in Anambra State, I will expect or possibly encourage all the political parties to sheathe their sword. Sheathe their sword. There's no way you wash an old woman's clothes that you will not see a dry distance.
Okay.
You go, if you begin to look, carry your prison glass, to begin to look at excuses in the election, you will find it. One of them is this vote buying.
And you say everybody has compromised in it. So everybody's compromised.
Let us come together and find a way to improve the system.
Okay.
Then this voter apathy, where people begin not to show interest with regards to coming out to vote. Even those that came out to vote are waiting for who we ask them how much they will offer or they will not offer.
Okay.
You can look at it. Even the Electoral Act make it a criminal offense that you don't need to vote and show people who you voted for.
Okay.
We have fully playing out.
Okay.
Where people who vote is either they snap it to show whoever that is paying them that I actually voted for you, or what have you, or make it a public thing. We can begin to do a lot of sensitization campaign in these regards. We can collectively come to see how we can bridge a gap and see that our elections are more credible, fairer, and upgrade the system. So I think it's a work in progress.
Okay, a work in progress it is. And yes, it is a work in progress, as we will be closely monitoring INEC from where we are, and also doing an very little investigative journalism to ensure that with the effort that we put and the effort that you do put to, we'll make it right in this country.
Addendum, before I conclude,
yes.
I must give it to those ad hoc staff, the youth corpers. It appears like the current leadership of NYSC, that the DG Brigadier Kunle, is doing a lot of giant strides in that area. He's doing a lot of work. It appears like the current leadership set is quite different from what we used to see. So it's a thumbs up to him. And then for the elected governor, congratulations to him. We expect that the mandate given to him by the people, he will hold it with the highest standard and ensure that dividends of democracy is given to the people of Anambra.
All right, appreciate that one from you, Comrade Gerald Okachi. Right there is a human rights activist, as well as one who is in the mind for political advancement in Nigeria. And thanks to you two for being a part of it. Whether you listened out there and didn't put a voice through, it doesn't matter. The fact is, we are together in sync, and we're talking politics and current affairs. And as our friends Triple D and the rest will say, Nigeria, we will get it rightly. We believe in that strongly. Turkenby, thank you too as well. And Comrade Salisu. Thank you so much, far too kind. My name is Udwak Daniel.
And I am Omoefe Peace Osemere. Good morning.